Every version of Vegeta explained, the full Saiyan timeline. In today's video, we're breaking down every single canon Vegeta transformation in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Daima. We're not just looking at the raw strength of each form, but the story behind it. What it says about his character, how he completely redefined his eternal rival with Goku. This is the full Saiyan evolution timeline. Our timeline kicks off with Vegeta as the ruthless prince of a nearly extinct race. In his first transformation, it isn't golden hair, it's brute, uncontrollable force, the great ape. If you got a tail and you see a full moon or something like it, you turn into a colossal Uzaru, multiplying your power tenfold. This form is pure savagery. When he unleashes it on Earth against Goku, we see the truth, destructive nature of an early Saiyan warrior. There's no technique or skill here, it's just about overwhelming power and the drive to crush everything in your way. This is our baseline, Vegeta the Conqueror, a force of nature, fueled by nothing but pride and a hunger for dominance. For the longest time, Super Saiyan was just a legend, a myth. Then Goku did it, triggered by pure fury over his best friend's death. For Vegeta, the path was totally different, and this says so much about who he is. After getting humiliated on Namek and then again on Earth, his obsession with beating Goku takes over completely. He pushes his body to its absolute breaking point in a brutal gravity, driven by one single thought: if Kakarot can do it, then so can I. When he finally transforms on some random planet, it's not a moment of heroic rage, it's pure, unfiltered pride. The golden hair and green eyes aren't just a power-up, they're the physical proof of his ambition and his ego. He didn't unlock it to save a single person, he unlocked it to prove he was still the prince, still elite. This one moment sets the stage for his entire arc in Dragon Ball Z, a man so eaten up by his rivalry that power is the only thing that matters. This obsession leads him straight to the next level, Ascended Super Saiyan, or as he so arrogantly calls it, Super Vegeta. After a year in the hyperbolic time chamber, Vegeta masters a form that seriously beefs up his muscle mass and strength. He gets so cocky with his new power that he actually lets Cell reaches his perfect form. A catastrophic mistake born from pure hermits. He just had to prove his new strength against the toughest opponent possible, a choice that shows how immature he still was. He had the power, but none of the wisdom, and his pride was still his greatest weakness. 7 years go by, Goku's gone, and Vegeta has settled into a life on Earth, even having a son. But a warrior pride never really goes away. When the Supreme God shows up and the threat of Majin Buu appears, Vegeta sees his chance. He sees Goku, back for just one day, and that odd obsession came roaring back. He then makes a choice that defines his entire character. He willingly lets the wizard Babidi take control of his mind and body. This results in Majin Vegeta, a juiced-up version of Super Saiyan 2. While it's implied Vegeta had already hit Super Saiyan 2 on his own through intense training, Babidi's magic pushed him over the edge and unlocked all of his darkest impulses. This isn't just a transformation, it's a regression. He tosses aside his family and his new life for one more shot to settle the score with Goku. And yet, something's different. Even with Babidi's magic, he never fully lost his sense of self. In the end, after his selfish battle, he finally sees the consequences of his pride. He sees the monster he helped unleash. In his final moments, he hugs his son for the very first time and makes the ultimate sacrifice, blowing himself up in a desperate, failed attempt to destroy Buu. This is a turning point. The Majin form is the death of the old, purely selfish Vegeta and the birth of something new. Vegeta's journey from this one moment of sacrifice is one of the most compelling stories in anime. If you enjoy this deep dive into the Prince's evolution, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're breaking down all your favorite characters and their most iconic moments, so you won't miss what's coming next. For decades, fans thought Vegeta's transformation journey jumped right to Z to Super, but the Dragon Ball Daima series has finally slotted in a critical, long-awaited piece of the timeline. Set in the years between Buu's defeat and Beerus' arrival, Daima finally makes Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta canon. In episode 12, pushed to his absolute limit, Vegeta refuses to be outdone and shatters his ceiling, achieving the long hair, no eyebrow form for the first time. He reaches a state he thought only was meant for Goku and Gotenks. Goku's reaction is pure shock, followed by a smile of respect. It's a moment of earned parity. However, that equality doesn't last long. In a shocking twist, in Daima episode 18 also makes a version of Super Saiyan 4 canon, but only for Goku. Unlocked through eternal magic, this twist perfectly captures Vegeta's struggle. The second he finally catches up and stands as an equal, a new exclusive power is handed to Goku that he can't get through training alone. It's another goalpost move, another mountain to climb, reinforcing the very core of their rivalry. This brings us to Dragon Ball Super in the world of divine power. First up, Super Saiyan God. While Goku is the first to get this form through a ritual, Vegeta doesn't just sit on the sidelines. Through sheer, relentless training with Whis, he achieves this godly state all on his own. This is a huge shift. He's no longer just chasing Goku's coattails, he's forging his own path to divinity. This all leads to one of the most important moments in their history, the simultaneously reveal of the Super Saiyan Blue. During their fight with a resurrected Frieza, both Saiyans unveiled their mastery over God Ki, a perfect fusion of the Super Saiyan form and the power of a Super Saiyan God. For the first time, there is no gap. They hit a major new transformation at the same time, standing side by side as equals. Super Saiyan Blue shows a new maturity in Vegeta. The form needs a calm mind and perfect ki control. A total 180 from his rage-fueled power-ups of the past. It's the evolution of his character just as much as his power. The tournament of power pushes both Saiyans past their limits. As Goku starts tapping into the angelic power of Ultra Instinct, it's obvious that his path of serene self-control doesn't fit Vegeta's nature. So instead of trying to copy Kakarot, he forges his own path. In a desperate fight against Jiren, he breaks his limits yet again and unlocks Super Saiyan Blue Evolve, a deeper, more brilliant shade of blue. This form is a monument to its own strength and willpower. With power rivaling Goku's Kaioken Booster state, it's a massive character moment. Vegeta finally accepts that he doesn't have to walk in Goku's shadow. This philosophy hits its peak in the manga with the latest and most unique form, Ultra Ego. After training with Beerus, the god of destruction, Vegeta learns to wield the power of destruction itself. The form is polar opposite of Ultra Instinct, where Goku instinctively dodges. Vegeta takes the hits, turning all the pain and damage he takes into raw power. The more he fights, the stronger he gets. With his purple flame-like aura and enraged eyebrows, Ultra Ego is Vegeta's identity made real, a form that thrives on battle, pride, and unbreakable will. It is power born from his very soul as a Saiyan warrior, finally putting him on par with Goku, but in a way that's 100% of his own. From the savage great ape to a godlike Ultra Ego, Vegeta's transformation tells a story. It's the story of a prince who lost everything, an arrogant elite forced to face his own limitations, and a rival who became a true hero. Each new form is a milestone in his journey from selfish pride to a selfless strength. He grew from a man who wanted power just to beat his rival into a man who seeks power to protect his universe and finally to define himself. The Prince of all Saiyans never stops evolving, and his timeline proves that in the world of Dragon Ball, true power isn't just about strength, but about the growth of the soul. What is your favorite Vegeta transformation? Let us know in the comments below.